Hello guys, this is CodeNCode and this is video editorial for the problem Panoramix's prediction. Right, the problem statement is very easy and this is an exercise problem and it is part of number theory updated series. Right, in this lecture we are going to solve of course this problem. The problem, you can go through the problem statement yourself, but the crux of this problem is this, a very simple thing, that is this. In the input, you are given two integers, two and only two integers, n and m, right? It is guaranteed that n is a prime number, right? And n and m can be as large as 50, very small number, right? You have to tell that you have to print yes or no based on only a single condition, that is for m. If m is the next prime number of n, print yes, otherwise print no. So what is the next prime number? So if you are given a prime number, for example 3, the next prime number of 3 would be 5, right? Because 5 comes after 3 and it is just after it is just next prime number after 3, right? The next prime number of 5 would be 7, next prime number of 7 would be 11, right? So n is guaranteed to be a prime number, and you are also provided with m. You have to print yes if m is the next prime number of n, otherwise no, right? For example, in this case, yes, true, because 5 is the next prime number of 3. Uh, True, because 11 is the next prime number of 7, right? False, because 9 is not the next prime number of 7. It should have been 11, right? Here we are getting 9, so output is no. As simple as that, right? Now that we have learned how you can basically we have learned to perform the primality test, we can solve this problem easily, right? The way you can solve it, right, is this. You're reading n and m. Let me just increase a little bit of size. Yeah, you're reading n and m, and then using n you are calculating what is the next prime number of n, right? Just calculate that. So next prime we are assuming is n plus 1 because it will start from that point, right? And we have set next prime to be equal to n plus 1, and we have defined a function is prime, takes an integer x and returns whether x is a prime number or not, right? So if x is less than 2, of course it can't be a prime number, otherwise starting from 2 we go till square root of x, right? And each time we check if x is divisible by if x is divisible by I. If it is divisible by I, of course return false, otherwise true. We have learned this in detail in the lecture where we were studying primality test, right? So this is the function is prime. So what we are doing here is that we are actually calculating the next prime of n. We don't know it, but we are calculating it, right? So the next prime set to n plus 1, and we are checking if if next prime is actually a prime number, we are stopping it, right? Because this will be the next prime. Otherwise, if that is not the case, next prime plus plus. For example, if uh, n is 7, we set next prime to 8. Is 8 a prime number? No, it is not. So increment 8, it will become 9. Is 9 a prime number? No, again increment. 10, is 10 a prime number? No, again increment. 11, is 11 prime number? Yes, we stop. As soon as we reach a prime number, right, we stop. So that's why next prime will contain an actually next prime of n, and we can check the condition here. If next prime is equals to m, print yes, otherwise no. As simple as that, right? This is so basically this was an exercise after primality test algorithm in the new updated number theory course. Yeah, hopefully you have understood how we have solved this problem. If you have any doubt, anything, right, do let me know in the comment section. So yeah, this is it for this lecture. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next video drops, keep coding. Thank you.